Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from LaPorte High School as the Region Sports Network presents coverage of Indiana high school football as the visiting Michigan City Wolves take on the LaPorte Slicers. My name is Quincy Bell, and I will have all of the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me with the color analysis of tonight's game is Joe Henrich. Good evening to you, Joe. We have a big rivalry game on our hands tonight from LaPorte between the Slicers and Wolves.
Absolutely. It's a great game to come out to every year. It's the Johnson Road rivalry, they call it. These two teams don't like each other. They're both looking to get a big win here tonight. I'm really excited to watch some good football.
Michigan City comes into this game at 5-2. They have the region's second leading passer, Tristan Hart, who has accumulated over 1,500 yards on the year. They also have the region's leading receiver, Zaire McKinney, who has just about half of those passing yards from Hart. He has 756 receiving yards. He has three Maryville Pirates chasing him for that top spot in the region. LaPorte, though, has struggled this year 2-5, but for both of these teams, if you could pick one game to win the entire year, this is it.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, it's a massive game for both of these teams. Both of these teams are going to come out excited. They're going to come out ready to play. And it just means a little bit more in a game like this.
Big rivalry, big crowd on hand for LaPorte. It's sold out, at least on the home half. Student section all the way up to the top. Everyone is standing over there. We'll give you tonight's game night forecast brought to you by our folks at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. 64 degrees. It feels like 64 with a humidity of 55%, a dew point of 48 degrees, and winds coming from the southwest at 5 miles an hour. Rain has been sprinkling very lightly throughout most of the day here, but we should stay away from any heavy rain that should affect gameplay. That's been your game night forecast brought to you by our folks at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Michigan City making their trot onto the field with the Empire theme from Star Wars being played over the loudspeakers. It's clear who the bad guys are here tonight. LaPorte has yet to make their entrance from the locker room, but they have a big convoy of cheerleaders and other personnel with a big banner that says Slicers football with a giant orange axe on it that they will run through. Like we mentioned, LaPorte sitting at 2-5, but it's an improvement from last year. They did go winless, going 0-10 all throughout last year. They have wins over Lake Central and New Prairie. That is the battle for the milk jug between New Prairie and LaPorte, another big rivalry. I would say that's LaPorte's second biggest rivalry game is the one against New Prairie, but Michigan City is the one they really want to beat.
Oh, absolutely. I think if you're a LaPorte Slicer fan, starting each year, you kind of circle those two on the schedule. I got the opportunity to go out to a couple of those LaPorte New Prairie games, and it's an intense energy. I'm expecting equally intense energy here tonight. And I think if you look at both these teams, this is a great kind of warm-up as you're getting close to sectionals. Obviously, LaPorte's had a really rough schedule with Maryville and Crown Point recently. Michigan City obviously just played Crown Point, is going to play Crown Point next week. And this is a good measuring stick game for both teams as they get ready to go into sectionals.
You look at the LaPorte offense, and they are led by one guy, and one guy in particular. It's big number one, Reed Raymond. The 6'3 junior running back stands at 210 pounds. He accounts for 46% of LaPorte's team yards on offense. 774 rushing yards on the year, averages 5.6 per carry, has 7 touchdowns, and has a long of 91 yards, a touchdown run he had against Chesterton a couple weeks ago. But throwing the ball has been a struggle for LaPorte. Aiden Pensloil, the senior, has had a tough time getting things going, but LaPorte, they know where their strength is on offense. They run the ball 80% of the time, but this is a stout Michigan City defense, and LaPorte's going to have to try to mix some stuff up on offense. I would say, again in their game against Maryville, they tried throwing the ball early to try to set up some runs later in the game. We'll see if that's something that they do decide to go back to. The Slicers have made their way onto the field. They are all congregating in their end zone, and they're about to run through the banner. 3:37 to go until kickoff here from LaPorte. but we should be in for a good one. In rivalry games, you tend to see games that are lower scoring, a lot of big hits. Or Joe, you think we might be in for a game like that tonight?
Absolutely. I think, obviously, Michigan City is really fast, really physical. But we can't discount LaPorte's defense, especially what they can do up front. Their linebacking core is really solid. 4 high-end linebackers here in the region. Lucas Del Rio, for one, really leaps off the screen when you watch them. So I think they've got the potential to kind of mess some things up, make it a little harder on Michigan City than I think a lot of people are expecting. I think it could be a really fun game.
Those 4 seniors are Carlos Calderon, Lucas Del Rio, Leo Vargas, and Jack Borelli. Borelli was a guy I was particularly impressed with when I saw their game against Maryville 2 weeks ago. He was out there running around making a lot of plays, but those 4 are going to have a tall task on their hand. Michigan City loves to score. They average over 400 yards of total offense per game. We'll step aside for a moment and have kickoff next. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's Insurance Professionals, Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Michigan City and LaPorte currently going through pregame festivities. The coin toss going on as we speak. Nowadays, you really like to win the toss and defer your option to the second half because most teams like to get that ball coming out of half. The old Bill Belichick philosophy, you try to double dip, score at the end of the half, and score at the start of the second half. It looks like LaPorte has won the toss, and they will defer to the second half, which means Michigan City and Trinidad Hart will get the ball first. Hart is a guy who, if there's a first team, second team all region, he's definitely in the conversation to be the quarterback of that team. Only Michael Hill of Maryville has more passing yards than he does in the region.
Absolutely, and we're talking a little bit before the game with the social media director for Michigan City, and he was talking a lot about how Trinidad Hart has really taken the time to rework his mechanics this offseason, and it's paid off big time. He's having a great season, one of the best quarterbacks in the region for sure.
This Michigan City offense, like we said in the open, is a very strong unit. They score 29.1 points per game. They had an offensive outburst last week against Portage, winning 43-3. The LaPorte kickoff unit is on the field, and we are just about ready for this battle for the Johnson Road game here from LaPorte High School. Michigan City back deep to return. Kickoff specialist for LaPorte, Conrad Misievich, out to boot this one away. Damon Thomas, Mikkel Laurent back to return for Michigan City. It's rivalry week in LaPorte County. The biggest game this county sees every single year. LaPorte and Michigan City are ready to kick this one off in week number 8. Misievich gets it off the tee, and we're underway. Line drive kick bounces at the 7. It's picked up by Zaire McKinney, the talented receiver for Michigan City, and he's moving to the near side of the field. He cuts it upfield, and he has a lane. He's across the 35, across the 40, across the 50, stiff arm, and he's going to go. He's loose down the sidelines. McKinney goes all the way, brings the opening kick back, but there are flags down at the 28-yard line. Joe, this one might be coming back.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a hold down over by the 30. Obviously, great return by McKinney. He's one of the best players in the region for a reason, and we got to see a little bit of that speed on that play. It's unfortunate it's wiped out, but ultimately, decent start to the game for Michigan City.
So the flag was thrown at the 28, and they are going to call a hold. So it looks like Michigan City will be set up inside the 20 on their opening drive. But yeah, McKinney took it on the far side, outside the numbers at the 10, brought it all the way across the field, beat everyone to the edge, but had a little help doing so.
Right.
No, you got to break the end zone.
So Michigan City will start, and Tristan Hart will quarterback them. We mentioned McKinney. He is a threat with his legs as well. He has 7 carries this year for 76 yards, averaging 10.9 yards per carry. One thing to note for this Michigan City team, 10 different players have recorded a carry this year. They like to run a lot of sweeps and reverses with their receivers running the ball, trying to get to the edge. It's one of the favorite plays in the playbook of head coach Cody French. So 1st and 10, Michigan City from the 15-yard line. 3 receivers are lined up to the left of the line with 1 to the right. Snap, Hart throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tried to get Mikel Laurent on the slant, but just threw it a little bit behind him. It was off his hands. And LaPorte is definitely a solid defensive unit. If you talk to a lot of LaPorte fans, they say their defense is not to blame for the 2-5 record they have this year. 2nd and 10, Hart hands up the middle, breaking off tackles. Jeremy Thurman, a solid run of 7 up to the 22, and Michigan City is set up with 3rd and short. Thurman, one of the primary running backs that Michigan City uses. Daquan Fields and Damarian Evans also rotated with carries. 4 wide on 3rd and short. They hand it. Thurman again runs left, cuts it back middle, and he's across the 25 with a Four Seasons mechanical first down. Following his blocks and just an easy run of 4 and a nice first down. One minute gone by so far in this contest. Michigan City set up with 1st and 10 from the 27. Hart has 2 running backs in the backfield with him, Evans and Thurman. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's a handoff on the stretch run. Evans running left, breaks off a tackle behind the line, but he is quickly swarmed by that veteran LaPorte linebacking unit. Leo Vargas had first contact there and brought the running back down for a short gain of 3.
Yeah, really good job to Riley to the ball there. Obviously, Michigan City's trying to get it to the outside, get that run game going, and being able to stop them there is really great start for LaPorte.
2nd and 7 from the 30. Hart looking to his sidelines to get the play. Empty backfield, 5 wide on this play for Michigan City. LaPorte brings 3, and it's a QB keeper. Tristan Hart faked the sweep, but kept it up the middle and has a solid carry of about 6. It looks like he's just short of a first down. They're going to give him 6 on the carry, and Michigan City is set up with 3rd and 1 from the 36. Tristan Hart is a guy that does like to use his legs as well as his arms. Has over 500 rushing yards on the season. Daquan Fields has checked into the game, the big senior, 6'2", 230 at running back. Michigan City likes to use him in short yardage spots, and they give it to him straight up the gut, spins off a tackle, following more blocks across the 40, and he has another Four Seasons mechanical first down. Daquan Fields, the transfer from Portage, also plays a fair bit of defensive end for the Wolves. Very versatile player, Joe.
Yeah, that was a big run there. I really love the spin move to get to the outside and pick up that first down.
Michigan City set up with 1st and 10 from the 42 left hash. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. No running backs in the backfield with him, and some confusion before the snap. Michigan City will call timeout and talk things over. No score yet, 9:03 left to go in the first quarter. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for Michigan City after the timeout from the 42 left hash. Empty backfield for Hart. Straight drop looks, throws over the middle. It's caught by Laurent, but the ball is jarred loose by the safety, Joe Meyer, coming across the middle with a big hit. Knocked the ball out of the receiver's hands for the incompletion.
A really good job on the pass breakup there. That's twice Hart's gone to Laurent there, and the ball's gotten broken up. Good throws. We'll see if that's a matchup. We'll see if that's a connection they'll look to exploit later in the game.
Joe Meyer was flying around everywhere in LaPorte's game against Maryville. Had multiple pass breakups just like that one. Laying the boom from the free safety spot. 2nd and 10, Hart. Quick throw to the boundary. Caught by McKinney. Up the sidelines. He is knocked out of bounds by Abram Lopez, but has a solid catch and run of 8 up to the 49. And Michigan City again staying ahead of the chains. They're set up with another 3rd and short. It's 3rd and 3 from the 49. Now, Joe, would you go back to the big man, Daquan Fields, on this short run?
I think on a short run like this, that's absolutely what you want to do. You want to get a little bit of that power running game going.
Well, they give it to him. Power run, and LaPorte is in the backfield. They swarm Fields at the line of scrimmage. Fields couldn't cut up field. Those 4 linebackers, Del Rio, Vargas, and Borelli, along with Carlos Calderon, who had first contact. You can give that stop to almost this entire LaPorte defense. Everyone was in there on that stop, a loss of 1, and the Michigan City punting unit is on the field. A big stand for this home defense on a big rivalry night like tonight. And Michigan City is set to punt this one away. Alvaro Serrano will kick it away. We have whistles before the snap and a false start on Michigan City. They're going to be punting from 5 yards further back. They move from the 48 to the 43. So LaPorte with a chance to strike first after the opening drive starts. Serrano gets the snap and boots it away. High kick, not very far. It's caught at the 30. Fair catch by the safety, Joe Meyer, at the 32, and that's where the LaPorte offense will set up shop for their first drive of this contest. Ball will be spotted at the 32 right hash. Aiden Pennzoil, the LaPorte quarterback, has struggled this year to the tune of a 39.8% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. But this is a LaPorte offense that loves to run the ball. They do it almost every single play, 80% of the time, mostly with their big power running back, Reed Raymond. Pennzoil lined up in the shotgun here, motions Raymond into the backfield with him. Pennzoil keeps it on the option, running to the left, following blocks before he is wrapped up at the second level, pushed all the way back by Damon Thomas, who stepped up and pushed him back. Pennzoil looks like they're going to say that he got 2 yards on that carry before his forward progress was stopped.
Yeah, just not a lot of room to run there. I think going to the option right away is an interesting decision. Obviously, everyone's going to be keyed in on Reed Raymond to start the game. So it's not a bad idea to try to get it to your quarterback and get it to the outside.
This LaPorte offense became a little bit predictable again in their game against Maryville. This time it's Raymond straight up the gun, and he has nowhere to go. A whole pack of wolves drags him down just beyond the line of scrimmage. That was Jack Soler who came in there and had first contact. The defensive end coming off the edge got a big paw on the running back. They're giving him 2 on the carry, so LaPorte is set up with 3rd and 6 from the 36. Pennzoil with Raymond in the backfield with him. Only one receiver out to the right side. And it is Raymond straight up the middle, trudging off tackles, fighting for the boundary. And he's close. At the 41 is where he's dragged down. He needs the 42 for a first down. So 4th and 1. Joe, on a big night like tonight, rivalry game, do you keep the offense on the Oh, they're giving him the first down. Some people in the booth here are puzzled on why they gave Raymond the first down. It looked like he could have been a full yard short, but Joe, they're giving him the first.
Absolutely, and that's a big call. I think even if you're in a 4th down situation, you would give it to Reed Raymond again. But now you get the first down, and you don't have to make that decision.
1st and 10 for the 42. It's Raymond again, running right, following his blocks on the power run. And he is able to dive forward for a nice solid carry of 5. All the way up to the 47. 6 minutes to go in quarter number 1. No score yet here from LaPorte between the Slicers and Wolves. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Only one receiver out to the left side. Raymond again in the backfield with Pennzoil to his left. 2 tight ends in the formation as well for LaPorte. Pennzoil gets the snap, and it's Raymond straight up the gut. He breaks off an initial tackle before he is swarmed at the line of scrimmage, and we have some pushing and shoving at the end of this play from both teams. It looks like the ball may have come out at the end of that play. Michigan City is motioning and saying that they have it, but I didn't see Raymond lose the ball at the end of that play. Maybe just a little bit too much fighting at the end of that play from both teams. Yeah, and someone picked up the ball and said, hey, we have it.
Absolutely. As we know, emotions run high in these rivalry games. It's going to be a physical one. These kids are excited to get out there and play and go against each other. This kind of thing is prone to happen a little bit.
No gain on the carry. 3rd and 5 from the 47. Again, same formation. One receiver, 2 tight ends with Raymond in the backfield. Michigan City showing pressure. We have whistles, and it looks like an official's timeout for the moment. Nobody really seems to know what's going on the field besides the official that's lined up above the ball. Looks like he was telling both of the lines to sort of chill out and play nice. 3rd and 5. Pennzoil gets the snap. It's Raymond running left. He gets to the edge. He has a first down across the 45, across the 40. He's up to the 30 where he lowers the shoulder and gets out of bounds with a Four Seasons mechanical first down deep into Michigan City territory.
What an excellent run for Reed Raymond. Obviously, if they're going to win tonight, he's going to have to be the guy, and that's a great start to it, ripping off a run like that. And now if you're LaPorte, you got to stop. Now you're getting pretty close to being in. Well, you're in field goal range now, but you're getting pretty close to scoring. And you got a shot as the underdog to come in and put up an early lead. You got to be loving where you're at.
34 yards on the run for Raymond. LaPorte set up with 1st and 10 at the 29 from the left hash. Same formation. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver, and Reed Raymond. And he gets it straight up the gut. Nice blocks there from LaPorte. He's all the way up to the 25 with a solid gain of 4. And LaPorte, for a team that likes to run the ball as much as they do, and for a team that has struggled with the pass as much as they have, Joe, they're doing a great job of staying ahead of the chain so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're a primarily running team, that is really the key. Obviously, you are not accustomed to passing, so you want to stay out of those passing downs. Get it to 3rd and 4 or less, and you're in good shape.
2nd down, Pennzoil gives it on the sweep to his receiver, Kalen Matsky, looking to get the edge. Michigan City is able to corral him after a short gain. LaPorte, again, does stay ahead of the chains there, but they're set up with a 3rd and short. A gain of 1 there. It's 3rd and 5 from the 24. But trickery is something LaPorte, I think, is going to have to bring out in this game. And if that means a sweep to their receiver who they sent in motion before the play, so be it. You can't get too predictable just running it up the middle with Raymond every play. 3rd and 5. Pennzoil feeds Raymond straight up the gut, waiting for his blocks to develop, trudges off a tackle, lowers the shoulder, is close to the first down at the 20. He rolled at the very end of that play. It looks like they're marking him just short, about a half a yard short of the marker. And they're going to They've moved it back a little bit. It looks like Raymond will be about a full yard short. He's at the 21. He needs the 20 for the first down. And, Joe, it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. It's Four Seasons Mechanical 4-down territory.
Absolutely, and I think it's the right call coming out here early. You've only got about a yard to go, and Raymond's running it well. You've got a shot to score a touchdown here. I think you got to go for it.
Pennzoil feeds Raymond, bouncing to the left. He's close to the first. He reaches, and he has it. First down, Slicers into the red zone. I'm surprised they gave it to him on the stretch run. Normally, those have a higher likelihood of being tackled for loss. But Raymond able to get to the edge, trudge off an arm tackle, and get the first.
Right, like you said, on those kind of short yardage situations, you usually think, you're going between the tackles a little bit more. But I think if you're LaPorte and you run it as much as they do, that stretch run kind of serves as a little bit of a tendency breaker.
This is a strong Michigan City front. They have some big bodies up there. First and 10, LaPorte from the 17. Again, only one receiver in the formation, and they hand it. This time it's Bryce Jones, the second running back, and he finds a seam up the left side. A solid carry inside the 15 for LaPorte. He's close to a first. They're going to mark him about 3 yards short, but a nice solid carry of 7. Jones is sort of a change of pace back that LaPorte has in this backfield. Unlike Raymond, he's only 5'11", 180, but he is speedy, and sometimes you need to give the power running back a play off.
Absolutely, and I think Raymond's going to have a massive workload tonight. So anything you can get from Jones to keep this running game going is going to be massive.
Jones again, stretch run to the left. He has blocks. He has a first down. He's inside the 5, and he's dragged down just short of the end zone at the 3. With only a minute 40 to go in the first quarter, LaPorte has marched it all the way down to the doorstep of the end zone. 2 solid runs for Bryce Jones. And now Raymond's back in the game for this goal line set. Minute 30 and counting to go in quarter number 1. No score yet between the Wolves and Slicers. LaPorte looking to strike first in this rivalry matchup at home. Pennzoil, Raymond to the left, follows his blocks, and he's into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Slicers.
Nothing too fancy on that one. Massive hole opens up to the right side, and Raymond makes his way through it. Fantastic start for the LaPorte Slicers.
They did not throw the ball once on that drive, Joe. Every single play was Reed Raymond on the ground, and 2 carries to Bryce Jones and 1 sweep to their receiver.
And I imagine if they're looking at their opening script of the game, this is exactly how they wanted it to go.
You could not have drawn, and they ate up almost the whole first quarter. A minute 19 to go on the clock. Out for the extra point. Kick is up and good from Misjevic. 7-0 Slicers. The 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves are behind the chains early. We'll see if they can come back and tie things up next. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back. A minute 19 to go in quarter number 1. Both teams have had a drive. LaPorte was able to march it all the way down without throwing the ball once. They lead Michigan City 7-0. Misjevic out to boot this one away for LaPorte. It's a short kick fielded at the 20, and now we have whistles, and the referees are stopping the play. A flag is down. It looks like LaPorte was offsides on that kick, so they're going to have to kick from the 35 as opposed to the 40. But Michigan City, a decent drive up to midfield before they stalled out. LaPorte just marching it down on the ground. They score first as the underdogs at home. This crowd is definitely into this one early for LaPorte. For Michigan City, it's Zaire McKinney and Damon Thomas back to return this kick. McKinney took the opening kick 95 yards all the way to the end zone, but it was called back due to a holding penalty.
Right, and you have to think he's looking to do the same thing right here, looking to get those points back. I think he's got a decent shot.
Yusevic out to boot this one away from the 35. LaPorte not offsides on that kick. Another short one fielded at the 25 by DeAndre Collier. He's looking for a lane. He's up to the 40, spins off a tackle before he's dragged down at the 42. A nice solid return for Michigan City. And this is about where their first drive stalled out. So they're starting in better field position for drive number 2. LaPorte didn't score till the fourth quarter in their game last week against Crown Point. Didn't score at all against Maryville 2 weeks ago, so I'm sure they're very happy about this start. The rain has started to pick up a little bit, and for Michigan City, a team that throws the ball 40% of the time, that's not ideal for your receivers trying to catch the ball. You definitely got to feel like the elements are going to provide a little bit of an advantage to LaPorte tonight if the rain does keep up. Nothing serious at the moment, just a very light drizzle. 1st and 10 from the 44. Hart sends McKinney in motion, and the LaPorte Slicers are in the backfield, and they push him back for a big loss. Lucas Del Rio breaking through the line, gets to the receiver, and tackles him, and that's going to be a loss of 8. Joe, they're set up way behind the chains with under a minute to go in quarter number 1.
Yeah, and those sweeps to the receiver are always kind of a risky play. With the receiver like McKinney, you can expect that you'll get decent yardage out of it, but every now and then, especially with these linebackers that LaPorte has, it gets blown up and you lose a decent chunk of yardage.
35 seconds and counting. A loss of 7. 2nd and 17. Hart back to throw. Bombs one deep for McKinney. One-on-one coverage. He reaches up and cannot get it. Strong coverage over the top by Abram Lopez. He was stride for stride with the region's leading receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great. It was great coverage on the play.
Great coverage there from Lopez. He does have one interception on this year. This is a pretty strong LaPorte secondary. Dawson Shreve and Joe Meyer, the two safeties, are very good. Shreve had an interception in that game against Maryville. Zaire Hampton and Abram Lopez, the two primary DBs, have been very solid. This is an underrated LaPorte defense, and Michigan City way behind the chains for 3rd and 17 from their own 37. 3 receivers in the game. Hart straight drop. LaPorte brings 3. Hart motioning traffic, dumps it off short. It's almost intercepted. It was in and out of the hands of Leo Vargas. That was almost a disastrous play for Michigan City, and with 20 seconds left in the quarter, they'll be punting this one away.
Michigan City got away with one there that had a very good chance of being 6 the other way, and now you're punting it back to LaPorte. We'll see if they can get Raymond going again on this drive, but this could turn into being a rough game for Michigan City.
Dawson Shreve and Jack Borelli back to return for LaPorte. Alvaro Serrano set to punt for the second time today. Serrano fields the snap and gets it away from the 25. Looping wobbly kick is caught by Shreve. Fair caught by Shreve at the 37, which is where the Slicers will set up for their second drive with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. So probably one play before the break here.
Right, you'd have to imagine they'll hand it off to Raymond and take it into the second quarter.
Well, they ate up a ton of that quarter. I believe that was an 8-minute drive their first time out. Chewed up the majority of that first quarter. Michigan City has only had the ball for 4 minutes so far.
Right, and the ball control is so critical. You and I talked about it a little bit last week when we were at Wheeler versus Calumet. When you're the underdog and your offense maybe is
can control the clock, it's huge.
Right.
Calumet had the ball for almost the entire game, it felt like, but Wheeler was able to steal that one at the end due to some questionable play calling from the Warriors. Raymond runs to the right, and he is wrapped up for maybe a gain of 1. 5 seconds, and LaPorte will just let this one drag down. After 1, it's 7-0 Slicers. They have the number 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves on the ropes early. We'll be back with the second quarter next to, but listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back to Football on the Region Sports Network alongside Joe Henrich. My name is Quincy Bell. LaPorte set up with 2nd and 10 from the 37. They lead this one over the Michigan City Wolves 7-0. Joe, they have yet to throw the ball in this game yet. It was all Reed Raymond and a couple of reverses on their first touchdown drive. And here we go. Pennzoil's back to throw on the first play of the second quarter, deep into one-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete. Looking for Kalen Mansky along the sidelines, but couldn't get it to him. But a big shock there that LaPorte even threw the ball. They're set up with 3rd and 10, but other than that, LaPorte's looked great to start this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And even on that last play, Matsky had a step over there on the left side. Penzel just slightly overthrew him. I think there's some opportunities for that later in the game to maybe hit on some deep shots.
So 3rd and 10 from the 37. We'll see if LaPorte goes back to the air. They only throw the ball 20% of the time. Mansky is wide to the left, but he's the only receiver in the game for LaPorte. It's another throw. Pennzoil looking, rolling to his right. He takes off and runs, but he has nowhere to go. The second level for Michigan City is able to push him out of bounds. Daquan Fields got to the quarterback first and got him short of the first down, well short. They're going to say he's 5 yards short of the first, and the LaPorte punting unit will come on the field for the first time today. This is a Michigan City team that loves to have electric returns. Damon Thomas is back deep for them. He was the player of the week in their Week 1 matchup against Hanover. Punt is away, wobbly kick, caught by Thomas at the 28. He breaks off a tackle, lowers the shoulder at the 35, but there are other LaPorte slicers there to help out Stephen Poe on the returning unit. So Thomas is taken down at the 36, which is where Michigan City will set up shop for their third drive today. And Joe, what do they have to do to sort of get some progress going on offense? They made it to around midfield on their first drive before they stalled out, and a 3-and-out last time.
I think to an extent you got to look at going back to basics a little bit. Obviously, that last drive they tried the jet sweep, and it's an understandable decision to give the ball to McKinney and let him try to run it. But you lost 8 yards on it, and it really was kind of an unnecessary time to pull that play.
4 wide for Michigan City, 2 on each side. With Jeremy Thurman as the running back. Hart looking to throw, dumps it off to his running back Thurman, trying to slice between tackles, but there are LaPorte slicers there to take him down. A catch and run of only 3 yards there. 2nd and 10 from the 39 upcoming. 2nd and 7 from the 39 upcoming. Michigan City is a team that likes to run quickly on offense, but they're taking their time here. Hart is looking for the play. 3 receivers set up to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield for Hart. Now he motions Thurman in, and they gave it to him on the sweep running left. Thurman has a lane, lowers the shoulder, dives forward up across the 45. He has a Four Seasons mechanical first down up to the 48. Excellent blocking up front there by the Michigan City front. Is a Michigan City offense that loves to use pre-snap motion to try to catch defenses off guard. That time it worked out on the first down run. 1st and 10 from the 48. Two receivers on each side for Hart. He's back to throw. 4-man rush for LaPorte. Ball knocked up in the air and intercepted by LaPorte. Dawson Shreve catches the ball off the hands of Thurman, and a costly mistake for the Wolves as LaPorte set up at midfield.
Yeah, that's a killer for the Wolves. The throw really wasn't too bad, and you end up popping it off the hand. You get an interception, and now if you're LaPorte, you get another shot to get Raymond the ball and get this offense rolling.
Shreve with his second interception in 3 weeks, and LaPorte is set up on the Michigan City side of the 50 at the 47. This is going to be a long and tough game for the number 7th ranked Michigan City Wolves. 7-0 the lead for the LaPorte Slicers with 9:53 to go in the half. First and 10 LaPorte from the 47-yard line right hash. One receiver, Matsky, lined up to the left side. Reed Raymond is the running back with Aiden Pennzoil in the shotgun. They send a tight end in motion, and it's Raymond running straight up the gut. He is immediately swarmed by the Michigan City front seven. Only a gain of 2 for Raymond, or a gain of 3. They're marking him down at the 44-yard line. But Raymond has been everywhere for LaPorte. He's a guy that will rotate in on defense as well, and Joe, he even returns kicks sometimes.
Absolutely. I've gotten to watch LaPorte a couple times this year, and every time you watch him, Raymond jumps off the screen, makes an impact every time he touches the ball, no matter how you get it to him. Just get the ball in his hands, let him work.
Pennzoil gets the snap, and he'll keep it on the option, running straight up the gut, and he is met again by this Michigan City front seven. Davante Fields, the defensive back, 6-foot senior, comes in, had first contact on the quarterback and dragged him down. 3rd and 6 upcoming for the Slicers. Now, do you think about a pass here, Joe, or are you thinking maybe 4-down territory, try to pick this up with 2 runs?
I think you're probably going to try to pick this up with 2 runs here. Obviously, you've got the lead. You're in their territory, and you've got a running back that is liable to get you 4 to 5 yards just about every carry.
No receivers in the game. 3 tight ends for LaPorte. I think we know what they're doing. It's Raymond running left, looking to get to the edge. Flags are down. He breaks off a tackle. Reed Raymond has the first down for the moment, but this one might be coming back courtesy of a hold. It looks like that's going to be on the left tackle, number 79, Kai Hernandez. And they are going to call a hold, so that's the first penalty of the game for LaPorte, other than that false start they had on the kickoff. They've done a great job of avoiding those penalties and staying ahead of the chains, but they're backed up on this 3rd down.
Right, and now you're in a passing situation. Your opportunity to run the ball here like you want to do is not really there anymore. So I think if you're LaPorte, you're probably going to have to go for a deep ball, most likely to Matsky here.
They have 2 receivers lined up to the right side. Ball is on the left hash at the 47. 3rd and 16 for LaPorte. This is one of the first times we've seen LaPorte with multiple receivers in their formation. Pennzoil's back to throw. Michigan City brings pressure. Pennzoil deep down the middle of the field, and nobody's there. A little bit of miscommunication between him and his top receiver, Matsky. So LaPorte will stall out at midfield after the interception, and they'll punt it back to Michigan City. Michigan City looking for, when they get the ball back, they're going to look for something on this next drive. They've had nothing. There was holding on that last play from LaPorte, but Michigan City will decline the penalty. And Damon Thomas will trot back out looking for another punt return. And Damon Thomas is a guy to watch out for. He had an interception as well as close to 100 return yards in their Week 1 matchup against Hanover. We were there for that one. He earned that Crowd Company superhero of the game for that game. Punt is away. Wobbly kick, but it's a deep one. Thomas backpedals, catches it at the 10. He looks for room, and he is swarmed and taken down at the 10. The LaPorte Gunners were able to get down and tackle the defensive back. So Michigan City will have 90 yards to go with 1st and 10 from their own 10. They trail the LaPorte Slicers 7-0 with 8:05 to go in the half.
Yeah, excellent sequence here from LaPorte. Obviously, you would have wanted a little more on offense, but your defense is playing really well. You had a great punt on special teams, and you got Michigan City backed up here.
1st and 10 from the 10. Trinity Hart has Daquan Fields in the backfield with him and 2 receivers on each side. And 5 guys on the line. Hart, quick throw screen, caught by McKinney on the near side, looking for blocks, breaks off a tackle, cuts back to the middle of the field. McKinney is still on his feet, but he's driven back near the 10, maybe trying to do a little bit too much on that play. We'll see where they stop his forward progress. He got all the way up to the 15, tried to reverse field. He was maybe 1 broken tackle away from bringing it all the way to the other side, but they'll give him 4 on the catch. 2nd and 6 upcoming from the 14. 2 catches for 12 yards for McKinney in this one. Same formation for Michigan City. 2 receivers on each side of Trinity Hart, with 1 running back in the backfield to his left. Hart back to throw, straight drop looking, has time, steps up, rolling to his right. He rolls, throws on the run, has a man behind the defense, and it's caught. McKinney still on his feet at the 50. He's dragged down at the 48 with a big chunk play. 42 yards on the catch to Zaire McKinney, the region's leading receiver. And Michigan City, a big play there, Joe. That's what they needed on offense.
Absolutely, and sometimes that's all it takes. You need that one play to really get you in gear. Excellent throw there by Hart on the run. Let's see what they do.
Hurry up, a quick handoff. Thurman breaks up the middle, spins off a tackle. He dives up to the 35-yard line. A solid run of 15, and a Four Seasons mechanical first down again for this Michigan City offense. They're moving here, Joe. 1st and 10 from the 34 left hash. Same formation, Hart, snap. We have whistles pre-snap, and a timeout was called by the LaPorte defense before that play. With 6:54 in the game, or in the half, we'll step aside for a moment. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. The LaPorte Slicers, the underdogs in this contest, lead the 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves 7-0 with 6:54 to go in the half. Michigan City driving for the first time today. They're up across the 50 to the 34 for 1st and 10 from the left hash. Alongside Joe Henrich, my name is Quincy Bell. Joe, this is really the best we've seen Michigan City on offense so far today.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple big plays, and you're right in scoring position.
Hart gets the snap, rolls to his right, throws outside. It's caught by Mikel Laurent. He's out of bounds at the 27. A nice solid catch of 8 on the out route. And Tristan Hart, a strong quarterback for Michigan City. You know, he's the region's 2nd leading passer, but he's really good outside the pocket, and when he can create plays with his legs, he's very dangerous. That time a designed rollout and a nice play.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed with him throwing on the run today. He had that big play earlier on the run and that one there too. And maybe that's the strategy, is just roll him out, make the defense worry about him using his legs.
2nd and 2. Thurman, stretch run to the right. He has the first down up across the 25. Maybe a little bit of face mask at the end of that play. It looked like Thurman may have been grabbed up high, but no flags have been thrown by our officiating crew. It's a Four Seasons mechanical first down for Thurman up to the 23. 6:30 to go in the half. LaPorte, give them credit. They've been very solid on defense in this first half. This is really the first time they've even bent a little bit. We'll see if they can avoid breaking. Quick throw to the boundary, caught. McKinney lowers the shoulder across the 20. A nice solid catch and run of 5 on the screen. It was close to being picked off that time for LaPorte. Zaire Harmon just came up and almost picked that screen off and took it to the house, but ultimately Hart threw it hard enough to get it out there in time.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a tiny margin for error on that, and these LaPorte DBs have been playing really well tonight.
Thurman, a run straight up the middle, gets to the second level before he is surrounded by these LaPorte linebackers who push him back short of the first down. Maybe 3 yards on that carry up to the 15 where Michigan City will have 3rd and short upcoming. 3rd and 4 from the 16 is where they're spotting him. 7-0 LaPorte. The defenses have taken front and center stage in this one. We talked about it in the open, a big rivalry tonight. Sold-out crowd for LaPorte. If they would pick one game to win all year, it would be this one, and their defense has come to play. 3rd and short. They give it on the sweep. Looking for room is Lauren. He powers forward near the first down. He's surrounded by Slicer defenders. He's close to the marker. And it looks like they are going to give it to him. Up to the 12, he has a first down. Mikel Laurent on the end around. Second carry for him today. Came into this game with 7 carries for 29 yards, averaging 4 per carry, but he's been a solid cog in the run game today. 4 wide for Michigan City from the 12, 3 to the right. It's a stretch handoff, Thurman. Now it's Hart keeping it, looking, directing traffic, throws, and it's just low. Looking for D'Andre Collier, but Hart had to get rid of it quickly. He was almost going to get sacked, but just threw that one a little low. It's 2nd and 10 from the 12.
And we do have a flag down on the field.
You have a better eye than me, Joe. I did not see the flag. We'll see what they call here. And it's going to be an eligible man downfield for Michigan City. So one of the linemen got a little bit too far. So they'll be set up with 2nd and 15 from the 17. Loss of down on that play. Or it's no loss of down. The marker says first down. The scoreboard says second down. Hart, quick screen pass to Thurman, and it's incomplete. Threw that one a little too high out of the reach of the running back.
Yeah, and I think LaPorte's done a really good job breaking up the screen game a little bit. Michigan City had found a little bit of success with it earlier on this drive, but those linebackers have been getting down and making it really hard on Hart to get those throws away.
If LaPorte can hold Michigan City to a field goal, they'll get the ball back with about 3 minutes to go. They can maybe chew up the rest of the half, and then LaPorte does get the ball to start the second half. Something to watch. Hart, another screen pass, caught by Laurent, looking for blocks along the far side, breaks a tackle, reaching for the first down near the 5. He's very close on that play. He's about a yard or two short, but a nice catch and run to Mikel Laurent, the 5'10 junior. And we have, looks like more flags on the field, and I think, Joe, that play could be coming back courtesy of another Michigan City hold.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate error there. You're getting really close to the end zone. You hit on a big screen, and now you're well behind the chains again.
They're moving them back. So 2nd and 15 from the 17 is going to be, they're moving them all the way back to the 25. So a 10-yard loss on that play. It's 2nd and 25. It's 2nd and 25 upcoming. The line to gain is the 2. They're at the 25. So it's 2nd and 23. I was trying to follow the scoreboard, but had to do a little bit of mental math in my head that time. So 2nd and 23 from the 25. Right hash for Michigan City. 2 wide. Flags fly again, pre-snap. Hart throws to the end zone. It's caught by D'Andre Collier for the touchdown, but it's coming back again, Joe.
Yeah, that one hurts. That's an excellent throw and catch.
False start on that one. You're right, though. Excellent throw and catch. Man, what can you do about these penalties, Joe?
Right, it's something you've got to clean up. This is your best drive of the day, and you were moving it downfield so well, and now you're 2nd and what? So 2nd and 28-ish.
And now Michigan City needs some yards to maybe even get back into field goal range. It'd be a 42-yarder if they kicked it from here. I'm not sure if their kicker has that in his leg, but we'll see. It's now 2nd and 28 from the 30, and we have a timeout called by Michigan City with 4:23 to go in the half. LaPorte has pushed them all the way back, and we'll see what they have as a response next. We'll step aside for a moment. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Michigan City drove the ball all the way down to the 12-yard line, but some major penalties have backed them up to 2nd and 28 from the 30. You need to get to the 2 for a first down. Triniston Hart is lined up in the shotgun with 3 receivers, 2 to the right side and 1 to the left side. And he gets the snap, straight drop, 3-man rush for LaPorte, steps up along the sidelines. It's caught by McKinney at the 20, so they'll get 8 yards back on the catch, but they're still set up with 3rd and long on the outskirts of field goal range. 4:17 to go in the half, 7-0 the lead for the LaPorte Slicers. And Joe, LaPorte could get the ball back, potentially chew up the rest of the half, and then they get the ball to start the second half. So Michigan City needs some points on this drive.
Absolutely. I think for LaPorte, this is a really critical sequence in this game because, like you said, if they can get the stop here, they can run down and score and possibly make it a 3-score game if Michigan City doesn't get some points here.
The 2-5 Slicers after the number 7 team in the region on the ropes early. McKinney on the sweep. A solid run of about 6 up near the 15, but he's nowhere near the first down. He's driven back by Lucas Del Rio, the talented senior middle linebacker for LaPorte. And it looks like the field goal unit will come on for Michigan City. Under 4 minutes and counting to go in this half. And we have whistles again, and it looks like, well, I thought we had whistles. The refs just were setting the ball down. Field goal attempt upcoming for Charlie Barnes. Kicks it, snap spot, kick is up, a booming kick is no good. He missed it to the left. So Michigan City will come away with no points. That ball had the leg, but just hooked it a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a tough pill to swallow there for the Wolves. You had it, you had an opportunity, you got down within the 3, and you come away with no points.
3:32 to go in the half, and LaPorte, give them credit. They have come out with a great game plan in this one. They bent, but they did not break on that drive. Normally, bent don't break means don't allow a touchdown settle for the field goal, but that time the penalties pushed Michigan City all the way back, just out of field goal range. So 3:32 to go in the half, 7-0 LaPorte. They have it 1st and 10 from the 20. Only one receiver lighted to the right side, Kalen Matsky. Aiden Penslow gets the snap, hands it to Reed Raymond. Stretch run to the right, breaking tackles, looking for space, but the Michigan City second level comes in and pushes the running back out of bounds for a loss. Clock moving with 3:20 to go in the half. Two-yard loss on that play, 2nd and 12 upcoming for LaPorte. And I think they're content, Joe, to just make no mistakes on this drive, try to chew up as much clock as you can, and take this ball into the half with a lead.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's no reason to take a risk and potentially give City any sort of juice or any sort of boost. You're up 7, you're getting the ball coming out of half. Just play it safe, take your lead.
So 2nd and 12 from the 18 upcoming. And we really haven't seen many passes for LaPorte in this one. I don't think they've completed a pass in this game yet.
Yeah, I think they've only attempted 2 or 3, and that's kind of the game plan for them, is to try to keep the ball on the ground as much as humanly possible.
Raymond cuts it up middle, breaks off a tackle initially before Daquan Fields catches him from behind and pushes him to the ground. Fields, he's a big body playing both ways for Michigan City. 6'2", 230 he stands. Raymond is 6'3", 210. So two big bodies that coming together there. 3 minutes and counting to go in the half. LaPorte set up with 3rd and 12. Only one timeout left in the half for Michigan City. LaPorte has 2. I'd imagine LaPorte, it looks like they're going to try to take this play clock all the way down and then call timeout. It's at 5 seconds. They don't look to be set for a play. And there it is. They will call timeout right as the play clock's expiring. 2:34 to go in the half. LaPorte set up with 3rd and long. We'll have coverage next. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
7-0, the lead for the LaPorte Slicers with 2:30 and change to go in the first half. LaPorte is set up with 3rd and 12 from the 18. Both teams only have one timeout remaining in this one. So, Joe, you might see LaPorte try to just run this one up the middle, make Michigan City either use their last timeout or take more clock off before they punt it away.
Absolutely. You don't want to give Michigan City too much time here. Obviously, you've held them in check pretty well today, but that passing offense is always a threat.
2 receivers to the left side of the formation. Pennzoil looks to throw. He sets up, fires to the outside, and it's incomplete. Too far outside for Jameer Blash, the slot receiver. And the clock stops with 2:29 to go in the half, and LaPorte will punt this one away. Michigan City will have one last chance to try to get on the board before the break here.
And that was an interesting decision by the Slicers because it allows the Wolves to keep that timeout, and they'll have that to use as they try to make their way downfield and get some points here.
Zaire McKinney, Damon Thomas back to return this punt for Michigan City. Kick is away from Enrique Gonzalez. It's a booming end-over-end kick. McKinney calls for a fair catch at the 50 exactly. So with 2:23 to go in the half, Michigan City will try to drive down one more time and get some points. They got all the way down to the 12 on their last drive before some penalties pushed them back to the 30, and they missed a field goal wide to the left. Some bad penalties, Joe. They got to clean it up on this drive.
Absolutely, and this is a big opportunity to do so. You're getting the ball at the 50. You got 2.5 minutes to go in. You've got a timeout, so you've got plenty of time here if you want to score and get back in this game before halftime.
1st and 10 from the 50, 2:23 to go in the half, 7-0. The lead for the home squad, the LaPorte Slicers. They have the number 7th ranked Michigan City Wolves on the ropes here in this rivalry matchup. LaPorte sitting at just 2-5 on the year, but if they could pick any game to win, it would be this one against their cross-county rivals. Here's a run, looking to get to the outside on the stretch, Damarian Evans. He powers forward at the very end of that run, a nice solid gain of 9 up to the 41. Yeah, he's a yard short of the first.
Excellent run there from Evans, though. It was a great job of being patient and waiting for the hole to develop and making his way through it.
2nd and 1 from the 41. Hart is back to throw, checks it down. Again, Evans on the catch and run. He's loose up the sidelines, has a big lane. He's through across the 20 before he's dragged down. A big catch and run for Michigan City, and they're right back to where they were before their last drive stalled out. And we have some stoppage at the end of that play. A flag is down at the very end, and that tackle might not have been entirely clean for LaPorte. They may have grabbed Evans by the horse collar there. It's a dead ball. It's a dead ball foul against Michigan City. So at the very end of that play, they're getting pushed back again, Joe.
And it's the same story. This is what we had happen at the end of that last drive. You get the big play, and you got yourself in good range to score a touchdown, and now you find yourself backed up again. You fail to score on this possession.
So they got the first down, but it's a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which moves the ball from the 21 to the 34, where Michigan City will have it 1st and 10 from the right hash. Minute 49 on the clock. It is stopped, and now it's rolling. 3 receivers to the left. Hart looking that way. Pump fakes. He cannot avoid a sack. 2 Slicers are back there to get him. Number 98, Isaiah Armstrong, the 235-pound junior, broke in, as well as Lucas Del Rio, the middle linebacker. Each of them will get a half a sack on that play, and Michigan City is pushed back again with 1:25 and counting in the half.
What an excellent way to take advantage of that penalty by Michigan City. Now you're looking at potentially not even giving up points on this drive at all, with it starting at the 50.
2nd and 17 from the 41. Clock is moving, 1:07 and counting for Michigan City. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. We have whistles and flags again. It's another false start on Michigan City. These penalties just continue to add up and add up for the Wolves. This has been 2 drives in a row where they've gotten the ball down to the 20, and they've been pushed back 20 yards, 30 yards due to penalties. It's 2nd and 22 from the 46.
Right, and if you look at this from the Wolves' perspective, you could very easily be up 14-7 at this point if you could just stop some of these penalties.
Runs straight at the middle. Thurman breaks through. He's into the second level, all the way down to the 25. He's close to a first down. He may have gotten it all in one carry. He's all the way down. Thurman, 21 yards on the carry, down to the 35, and Michigan City calls their last time out of the half with 44 seconds remaining. What a big play there for Michigan City. LaPorte was expecting them to go pass. They go run straight up the middle, and Thurman just blazing speed. And LaPorte's lucky their safeties caught up to him.
Oh, absolutely. It absolutely looked like he was destined for the end zone on that great play by the safeties to get up there and stop that, but that play really saved this drive for the Wolves, and now you're looking at a shot at points again.
So no timeouts left for Michigan City. With 44 seconds to go in the half, they're set up with 3rd and 1 from the 25. 7-0, the lead for the LaPorte Slicers. The home squad in this rivalry game, Michigan City, a high-powered offense. They average 406 yards a game and just under 30 points a contest, but they've been held scoreless this entire first half. Empty set for Hart, no running backs with him in the shotgun. 3rd and 1, Hart's back to throw. LaPorte brings pressure. Hart rolling to his left, steps up, throws a prayer to the end zone. It is in and out of the hands of Jeremy Thurman. Knocked it away at the very last second. The clock will stop with 36 seconds. It's 4th and 1 for Michigan City from the 25.
Yeah, that was a pretty good throw by Hart on the run there. Obviously, rolling out to your left side. Not a lot of space in the end zone there, but it wasn't a horrible throw. But great play once again by these LaPorte defensive backs.
Just too many bodies in the end zone there. The ball did get knocked away. 36 seconds. It's 4th and 1. Michigan City, it looks like they will go for this. If they do pick up the first, the clock will stop to move the chains. 4th and 1 for the 25. Thurman is the running back. To the left of Hart, we have whistles, and LaPorte will call a timeout to talk things over. We'll keep it here for this timeout. Joe, you got to think Michigan City is going to go with a straight run up the middle. I don't think they're going to try to get too tricky here because LaPorte has been all over these reverses. They've been trying to run these sweep runs when they send guys in motion. LaPorte has been expecting them. So I think you're definitely going to see Michigan City try to power this one here.
Absolutely.
A spot for Daquan Fields, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. You don't have that far you've got to get on this run. And we saw earlier he's liable to, even if you run it straight up the middle, get you a couple more.
And it looks like Michigan City, it looked like they were set up in a 5-wide set. Hart moving to the sidelines. Now he comes back to the line. And, Joe, they're set up 5 wide. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. This could be a straight keeper for Tristan Hart. And he's throwing. Hart rolling to the sidelines. Throws, and it's caught. Mikel Laurent with the possession catch down to the 16. And Michigan City took the risk. They threw it, but they do pick up the first down. 30 seconds. The clock stops to move the chains. Both teams now out of timeouts. They're spotting the ball at the 17. Line to gain is the 7. 30.4 seconds. Clock is still stopped. And now it's moving. Hart gets the snap, looking, under duress, fires deep over the middle, and he's intercepted. LaPorte's bringing this one back. Dawson Shreve with his second interception of the game. He's all the way up out of bounds across the 35, and LaPorte has come away with a huge stand defensively. The Wolves still scoreless in the first half.
And that's an excellent play there by Dawson Shreve, making an early case to be our Lantern Man superhero of the game with the second interception, and that changes this game quite a bit for both teams. You're looking at LaPorte's almost certainly going to go into the half with the lead now. They'll get the ball and be ready to go down and extend this lead. And for Michigan City, it's just a litany of errors in the red zone so far.
This has been a very mistake-filled first half for Michigan City. LaPorte, Pennzoil is lined up to just take a knee and bring this one to half. But Shreve now has 3 interceptions in the last 3 weeks. He had one 2 weeks ago against Maryville and 2 today. 19 and a half seconds are on the clock. Pennzoil will just tap his right knee on the ground, and LaPorte has the number 7 team in the region on the ropes. A defensive slugfest in half number 1, 7-0. The lead for the Slicers. We will have halftime coverage for you shortly. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, my name is Mark Macknick. I'm the owner of Mark Macknick CPA firm in Highland, Indiana on Kennedy Avenue. I've been working with Region Sports for years now. Started working with Chris years ago, just on some special projects, advertising here and there. After a while, kind of increased the advertising. Mainly was doing it for the community involvement. It's such a great network and program they do with the high school sports. But as time went by, I started getting on there more frequently, and then the phone starts ringing. And I was getting calls all the time from people. Hey, I saw your ad on so-and-so football game. I saw your ad on a basketball game. And it's really helped my business. It's increased the volume. We're a tight community in Northwest Indiana, sports-wise, and just a lot of community involvement. So that's mainly why I got into it. I remember watching one game. It was a basketball game, and I think there was a little bit of an altercation. And as the altercation was happening, my ad was right on the bottom, and someone typed in, "I wonder what Mark Macknick's thinking right now." And I was thinking, wow, this is awesome. It's really been a great feature for my business. It's the only advertising I do. I don't advertise anywhere else other than Region Sports. It's for the business, but mainly for the involvement with the community. I played high school baseball here in Highland. And ever since I've been advertising on Region Sports, a lot of my old coaches are now my clients. A lot of my old teammates come in here. My recommendation, if you're a business here in Northwest Indiana, I think Region Sports is, for your money, it's one of the best places that you can advertise. I mean, I can advertise on billboards. I could do anywhere I want to. And I choose Region Sports mainly because I get a lot of feedback. Especially on the high school level, a lot of the parents, if they can't make a game, they're watching it online. They're watching a replay, the grandparents. So it's done wonders for my business, and it's my go-to for advertising. It's the only spot I would advertise. So if you're a business owner in the area, really look into advertising on Region Sports. It's going to be well worth your money, and you'll make tenfold on what you're spending. Region Sports Network, they're the only game in town, but they're more than just a game.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at the number 4 ajobdoneright.com.
Halftime here from LaPorte High School. It's the hometown Slicers who are winning the battle for Johnson Road 7-0 over their arch rivals, the Michigan City Wolves. It's halftime, and we'll have halftime coverage for you on the Region Sports Network alongside Jar Henrich. My name is Quincy Bell. Joe, the story of this first half was LaPorte controlled the clock, and Michigan City made way too many mistakes, particularly in the penalty department.
Absolutely. I think if you're Michigan City, you could look at this and say, we got it down within the 10 a couple times, and we came in with no points. I think you look at it and you say, we probably should be up 14-7. Instead, you find yourself down 7-0, and LaPorte gets the ball coming out of half, and you could be in a 2-score deficit here pretty quickly.
Currently, homecoming festivities are going on. They're having a bevy of couples come out on four different golf carts. I don't think I've really seen this before, but I'll tell you, we could be in for a big celebration if LaPorte wins this one. A team that's 2-5. They haven't beaten Michigan City in the last 3 years. A team that has really recent memory for LaPorte football has been a season to forget. 2020, they went 4-7. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2-8. All 3 of those years. Last year, 2024. A winless season, 0-10. This year they're off to a 2-5 start, but if they can get a big win over their rival, it's just this seems like a fan base that needs a win like this.
Absolutely, and a big win against your biggest rival on homecoming night. Outside of a playoff win, I don't think you can imagine a bigger win for a program.
Michigan City, see if they can clean things up in half number 2 and make this a bit of a game. It's time for the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. Let's take a look at some other scores around the region. Over in St. John, the number 2 ranked Maryville Pirates up 14-6 on Lake Central, a game that is, I think, closer than a lot of people may have thought. Lake Central hanging around against Maryville, a team that beat LaPorte handily 38-0 and beat Michigan City handily 44-7, but Lake Central's hanging around. In a top 10 top 10 matchup over at the Brickyard. The Hobart Brickies lead the Morton Governors 13-0 at the half in that one. The number 4 ranked Lowell Red Devils are up 14-0 on Munster at halftime. Rensselaer Central is up 22-6 over the River Forest Ingots. The Valparaiso Vikings lead the Portage Indians 13-3 at halftime. Gary Westside leads Bishop Knoll 16-6 at the half. The Wheeler Bearcats are putting a beatdown on the Whiting Oilers, the number 5 ranked team, up 35-0 in the second quarter. Another top 10 matchup for you. The number 1 ranked Crown Point Bulldogs up 35-10 over Chesterton in the second quarter of that one. In the second quarter, over from Calumet High School, the number 6 ranked Griffith Panthers lead the Warriors 42-6. That is a surprising result, Joe, considering that Wheeler was the cream of the crop of the GSSC last year. And Calumet gave them a scare. That's where we were last week. Calumet was up 16-7 in that game. Wheeler stole that one at the end with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But we're looking at a potential undefeated versus undefeated conference matchup between Wheeler and Griffith at the end of that one. And Griffith up 42-6 before the half.
Yeah, and that makes that game between Wheeler and Griffith coming up even more interesting. Because, like you said, Calumet gave Wheeler just about all they could handle. And obviously had some injuries coming in through that one. But we were a couple coaching decisions, a couple plays away from going in and beating them. And now you come out like this, and it's a very rough break for a Calumet team that up until the last 2 minutes of last week was looking really strong.
At the half over at Andrean, it's the 59ers who lead Hanover Central 14-0. No score yet between Lake Station and Boone Grove. And it looks like that's all for the halftime scores. That hometown scoreboard update has been brought to you by our folks at Strike and Ventil. Strike and Ventil is your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Make sure you also stick around next week for the Edingenburg Home Improvement Top 10. No changes in the top 10 after the last week of football action. It's Crown Point at number 1, Maryville at 2, Andrean at 3, Lowell at 4, Wheeler at 5, Griffith at 6. Those two might be swapping places if Griffith continues this beatdown of Calumet. Michigan City at 7, who's currently in danger of dropping this one to LaPorte. And then it's Hobart at 8, Chesterton at 9, and Hammond Morton at 10. But a lot of those teams are in action with some interesting results, so we could see some shakeups in that list. Edingenburg Exteriors, you can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. Make sure you also check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/RegionSportsNation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays are presented by IBEW Local 697. They are the electrical professionals. Make sure you visit IBEW697.org to find out how you could start a career as a union electrician. Stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio. And, Joe, I'll get your opinion on this real quick. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Car Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Joe, you got any candidates for that award so far? I know Dawson Shreve has the 2 interceptions today.
Yeah, I think he's got to be the very clear candidate. Obviously, he gets the interception on that second, I think it was the second drive of the game that killed what could have been a promising drive for Michigan City. And then at the end of the half, Michigan City, despite some penalties and despite backing themselves up a little bit, looked destined for some points. And he erased those points and made sure the Slicers came to half with that 7-0 lead.
I just saw one of the Homecoming King nominations hit a clean backflip in a full suit. That's pretty impressive, Joe.
That may be the most impressive thing we've seen tonight. I wish we had that on camera.
We'll step aside for a moment. Second half kickoff coming your way shortly. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright the right way to buy and sell real estate.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Hi, my name is Mark Machnick. I'm the owner of Mark Machnick CPA firm in Highland, Indiana on Kennedy Avenue. I've been working with Region Sports for years now. Started working with Chris years ago, just on some special projects, advertising here and there. After a while, kind of increased the advertising. You know, mainly was doing it for the community involvement. It's such a great network and program they do with the high school sports. But as time went by, I started getting on there more frequently. And then the phone starts ringing. And I was getting calls all the time from people. Hey, I saw your ad on so-and-so football game. I saw your ad on a basketball game. And it's really helped my business. It's increased the volume. You know, we're a tight community in Northwest Indiana, sports-wise, and just a lot of community involvement. So that's mainly why I got into it. You know, I remember watching one game. It was a basketball game, and I think there was a little bit of an altercation. And as the altercation was happening, my ad was right on the bottom, and someone typed in, "I wonder what Mark Machnick's thinking right now." And I was thinking, "Wow, this is awesome." It's really been a great feature for my business. It's the only advertising I do. I don't advertise anywhere else other than Region Sports. You know, it's for the business, but mainly for the involvement with the community. I played high school baseball here in Highland, and ever since I've been advertising on Region Sports. A lot of my old coaches are now my clients. A lot of my old teammates come in here. My recommendation, if you're a business here in Northwest Indiana, I think Region Sports is, for your money, it's one of the best places that you can advertise. I mean, I can advertise on billboards. I could do anywhere I want to. And I choose Region Sports mainly because I get a lot of feedback, especially on the high school level. A lot of the parents, if they can't make a game, they're watching it online. They're watching a replay, the grandparents. So it's done wonders for my business, and it's my go-to for advertising. It's the only spot I would advertise. So if you're a business owner in the area, really look into advertising on Region Sports. It's going to be well worth your money, and you'll make tenfold on what you're spending. Region Sports Network, they're the only game in town, but they're more than just a game.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Back.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Second half set to start from LaPorte High School, and it's the home squad, the Slicers, who lead their arch rivals, the Michigan City Wolves, 7-0, and they will get the ball to start half number 2.
Yep, and it's a big drive here for both teams. I think if you're LaPorte, you're looking to take some time off the clock, get Reed Raymond the ball, go up 2 scores here, and let your defense go back to work.
We've talked to a lot of people heavily involved in this Michigan City football program, and a lot of them have told us that Michigan City is a second-half team. They like to make a lot of adjustments in the locker room, and they have put together some very strong second halves throughout multiple games this year, and they're going to need one. They were held scoreless in that first half, courtesy to a lot of penalties in some very tough spots. Multiple times they drove down near the 20, got pushed back due to some penalties. They also threw 2 interceptions in that half, so they're going to need to clean things up. And for Michigan City, it's going to start with a stop on their first drive, and then maybe Tristan Hart and the offense could try to get something going. This LaPorte Slicer defense has played almost flawlessly today.
Absolutely, and it's been a great game for the Slicer defense. I do think if you're Michigan City, you look at it and you say, okay, we played, especially in the red zone, as bad as we probably possibly can, and we're still only down 7. So I think both sides here have to be feeling okay going into this half.
Both special teams units are out, the kicking team for Michigan City and the return team for LaPorte. Charlie Barnes will boot this one away for Michigan City. But the number 7 ranked team in the region has their work cut out for them today. This sold-out crowd here at LaPorte has been making a lot of noise all game. They gave their home squad a thunderous cheer of approval when they came out of the locker room, and LaPorte is going to lean on them and try to lean on controlling that clock as well to try to secure what would be a massive upset win on homecoming night tonight. Barnes has the ball teed up. He'll kick it from right to left as we view it. LaPorte will move from left to right on the opening drive of the second half. Barnes makes the run. He gets it off the tee, and we're underway from half number 2. 2 guys run into each other for LaPorte at the 15. It's Meyer returning this kick for the Slicers, following his blocks, weaving his way up across the 30 to the 33 where he's dragged down. That was almost a disaster if that could have been a muffed punt or a muffed kick.
Absolutely great recovery there.
So Meyer, Joe Meyer, the strong safety, solid return there. It's been his counterpart, Dawson Shreve, the free safety, who's been the highlight of this game. 2 interceptions for him. 1st and 10 for LaPorte from the 34-yard line. They lead this one 7-0, coming out for their first drive of the second half. They have leaned on the run very heavily, as they normally do, with Reed Raymond, their strong power back. He's in the game with 2 tight ends, and he gets it straight up the middle, waiting for his blocks to develop, but none of them really do. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So to try to wait behind the line, Le'Veon Bell style, waiting for a gap to open, but none did. So 2nd and 10, and Michigan City, their defense has played solid. LaPorte drove down and scored on their first drive exclusively on the ground, but other than that, the Slicers have not had any room to move offensively.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think their front has really gotten a decent push outside of that first drive. The run game's still been somewhat effective for LaPorte, but not nearly as effective as it was on that first drive.
2nd and 10, Pennzoil, play action, and he's taken down from behind by Daquan Fields. The defensive end came in unblocked and buried the quarterback for the sack.
Yeah, and that's just an unfortunate missed assignment for the LaPorte offensive line. Came in totally unblocked and gets the Pennzoil right away.
Daquan Fields, who plays both ways for this Michigan City team, is their short yardage power running back on offense and their primary edge rusher on defense. LaPorte way behind the chains for 3rd and 16 from the 28, a 6-yard loss on that sack. 2 receivers are set up to the right side of the formation. Raymond is the running back with Pennzoil. Looking to throw outside. It's caught by Raymond on the swing route, but he has nowhere to go. He's taken down for a loss of 2 behind the line of scrimmage. And Michigan City with a 3-and-out defensively on their first stand of the half. And LaPorte will punt it away, and we'll see if Michigan City can finally get on the scoreboard. 10 minutes to go in the third, 7-0 LaPorte.
Yeah, and I think besides the stop, the other thing for Michigan City you got to be excited about is you stop the run, and you didn't let him take any time off the clock. You didn't really give him a chance to get into any sort of rhythm here.
Damon Thomas back deep to return for Michigan City. Look out, that punt is almost blocked. Enrique Gonzalez gets it away, and it's rolling deep inside the 30. It takes a big roll for LaPorte. It's all the way down to the 22. That was almost disastrous. The Wolves came in and almost got a hand on that one, but the line drive kick was away from Thomas, and it rolled all the way down. So LaPorte able to flip the field there, and the 3-and-out didn't really cost them that much. 9:39 to go in quarter number 3. It's been a defensive slugfest here from LaPorte High School in the battle for Johnson Road. 7-0 the lead for the home squad, the LaPorte Slicers, who are 2-5 on the year, but if they could pick any game to win, it would be this one against their arch rivals, the Michigan City Wolves. 1st and 10 for Michigan City from the 22-yard line. Hart out of the shotgun with 3 receivers lined up to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right. Hart gets the snap, looks left, caught by McKinney on the screen, breaks off a tackle, breaks off another one before he is hammered to the ground by Dawson Shreve. The free safety coming in makes the tackle. Shreve was the star of that first half. He had 2 interceptions for LaPorte. They give McKinney 3 yards on the catch, 2nd and 7 from the 25.
Yeah, a little bit of a low throw there, but good job by McKinney to adjust and make the catch and get a couple yards off of it. And Dawson Shreve is having a fantastic game, and he makes another big tackle there.
Leading candidate for that Crowell Company's Superhero of the Game award. Hart, high snap, gets it, handoff up the middle. Jeremy Thurman follows his blocks ahead for a solid gain of 3 up to the 30. He's 2 yards short of the first. 3rd and short upcoming, and the key for Michigan City in this drive, stay ahead of the chains. They had multiple chances to score in that first half, but were driven back with some costly penalties. We've seen Michigan City throw the ball a fair bit on short yardage plays. They send McKinney in motion. They give it to him on the sweep. He gets around the edge, through with a lane. He has the first down up to the 40. They gave McKinney the ball on the end around earlier in the game. He got hammered behind the line for an 8-yard loss. That time he's able to cut up field for the first down. McKinney, the region's leading receiver, had 756 yards coming into this game and had a 40-yard catch up to midfield earlier in the game, but he's been held pretty quiet today. No big gaping touchdowns for him. 3 wide for Michigan City, but they hand it Thurman. Now it's Hart keeping it, looking to get outside, and he cannot. He's dragged down at the line of scrimmage. It looked like Thurman kept that one up the middle. Hart kind of lagged behind him. I don't think too many people knew he had the ball, but LaPorte did, and they were able to rally and tackle him. Only a gain of 1 on that play, 2nd and 9.
Great job there by the LaPorte front to recognize and keep their eye on the ball there and get to Hart before it could pick up anything too huge.
2nd and 9 from the 42 right hash. 7-0 the lead for LaPorte with 7:30 to go in the third quarter. The 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves yet to score. They give it on the sweep. Dondre Collier looking to get to the edge. He cannot. LaPorte able to get to the boundary and prevent him from cutting up field. A decent carry for Collier. They will give him 5 on the carry up to the 46 for 3rd and 5 for Michigan City. Nice tackle made by Carlos Calderon, able to get to the boundary and prevent the receiver from turning upfield. You know, Michigan City loves to do those jet sweeps. 10 different players on their roster have gotten a carry this season. 3rd and 5. Hart sends McKinney in motion. Hart keeps it on the option. Up the middle, is upended right at midfield. He's close to the first down marker. He needed the 49. He's very close. They might need to measure this one. And it looks like they're marking him just past the first down marker. The chains are moving. Tristan Hart has a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. And that is something that Michigan City, when they run so many sweeps to their receivers, it opens up that keeper for Tristan Hart. If you can get the linebackers moving laterally and run your quarterback straight up the middle. 4 receivers lined up to the right side. McKinney gets it on the sweep, looking for room, following his blocks, pushes forward. A nice solid run all the way up to the 42. 7 yards on that carry. And, Joe, they're getting their receivers moving early and often on these plays.
Absolutely, and I think because of how varied the running game is and how many different guys they have carrying the ball, it's really hard for that defense to really lock in on one guy. And every run is just a drastically different look.
Jeremy Thurman has ran the ball today. Hart has kept it. Daquan Fields has been a power running back. McKinney and Collier have also gotten sweeps as well. It's another sweep and a keeper. Hart on the option. Misdirection. Breaks off a tackle with a juke. He cuts and dives across the 40. He's close to a first down. And it looks like he has it. First down, Michigan City, up to the 41. Tristan Hart, 5'9", 170, but he is quick and has a lot of arm talent. Michigan City has eaten up a fair amount of time on this drive. We're already halfway through the third quarter. 5:20 to go in the third. Still 7-0 LaPorte. We've seen no points since their first offensive drive. Hart, play action, fires quickly to the numbers, and it's caught. Near the first down marker, Mikel Laurent may have gotten it with a last-second lunge, and he does have it. Up across the 30 to the 29. A Four Seasons Mechanical first down, and Michigan City is marching.
Yep, and we've seen them get to this spot a couple times before and obviously be backed up by penalties, but it is a good sign to see them moving the ball this well. And they've done it in different ways, too. Earlier in the game, they were a little more pass-heavy. Now they're really getting it going on the ground.
2 receivers on each side of the formation. Hart gets the snap, hands it Thurman. Stretch run to the right. He is quickly swarmed by the LaPorte defensive line. Isaiah Armstrong, the 5'9", 235-pound junior, gets first contact on the running back and drags him down. 1 yard on that carry up to the 28. 2nd and 9 upcoming. 4:25 to go in quarter number 3. Michigan City making a few changes offensively. Thurman, their running back, is motioned out wide. They sub in Demarion Evans to the running back spot at the left side of Hart. And it looks like we have whistles. The referees are stopping the play. Hart is motioning to the sidelines, talking to his coaches. And it looks like they just needed to reset the ball for a second. Now the clock is moving. 4:05 to go in the third. Hart sends a man in motion. Flags are down. It's Collier on the sweep. He's driven back behind the line, back to the 35. It's a loss of 6. We have flags on the play right as the ball was snapped. If this play stands, it would be a big TFL for LaPorte, and it looks like the penalty is going to be on Michigan City. And if it's a pre-snap penalty for a false start, I believe that last play wouldn't stand.
Right. It would not result in the loss of down.
So, actually, they called illegal motion on Michigan City, and LaPorte just declined the penalty. So it's 3rd and long upcoming for Michigan City. They're at the 35. They need the 19 for the first down. It's 3rd and 16 with the clock rolling, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2 receivers, and Hart fumbles the snap. It's behind him. He picks it back up, and he slips down for a big loss. At the worst possible moment, the center, Wesley Schmidt, snaps it over his quarterback's head. And LaPorte is coming up with another stand due to too many Michigan City mistakes.
Yeah, and this is an absolute disaster for Michigan City getting into the red zone again here. You get the penalty, You get the loss of yards, and then you snap it over your quarterback's head. And I think you've had so many opportunities. Eventually, LaPorte's defense is going to stop you.
Line drive punt, wobbly kick, bounces to the 15, rolling inside the 10. Michigan City will down it at the 5. So a good punt will push LaPorte back, but this has been a nightmare game offensively for Michigan City.
Absolutely, and you've got to ask, we've had so many chances, how many more opportunities to score are we going to get? If you're Michigan City, when you get into the red zone, you've got to start making it pay off.
We have flags at around midfield for this one, and it's a false start on Michigan City, so they'll have to punt this one again. 4th and 27 just became 4th and 32. This has been the laundry on the field is just becoming a mountain of a dirty basket for Michigan City. And we'll see if they can get another decent punt. Alvaro Serrano pinned that one at the 5. But it's coming back, and Michigan City will have to kick this one away again. They're waiting to move the chains, but they are moving them back. And LaPorte, they really haven't gotten anything on offense after that first drive, but they haven't needed to. They've been controlling the clock and letting their defense take everything over. Serrano is back to punt. He's standing at his own 34. The ball is spotted at the 49. He's the standard 15 yards behind the snap. And it looks like people are saying the ball spotted at the wrong spot. There's a lot of confusion right now about where the ball should be spotted. And it's the first down markers are at the wrong spot. LaPorte is trying to motion to say that the downs should be. Now they're moving the first down chains back near the 20. I don't think Michigan City's faking this one with 30. But you do want the chains to be at the right spot.
Absolutely.
So, after a long delay, Michigan City looks ready to kick this one away. Referee, and now we have more confusion here. I don't really know what's going on, Joe. You got a clue?
Yeah, I have no clue either. I thought we were all set. Then we had ref coming back out onto the field. I was thinking about the possibility of Michigan City faking a punt here. I have to be honest.
Michigan City
in the back of my head.
Michigan City faking a punt on 4th and 32 would be some wild stuff.
My question is, has the punter ever practiced a Hail Mary?
That's
pretty much what we're at right now.
I don't know. But we'll see. The ball is spotted at the 49. The line to gain is the 24. So it looks like the ball finally has been spotted. 4th and a country mile for Michigan City. And the low snap is dropped by the punter. He picks it up. LaPorte's in, and they don't block it. It's a short kick. It bounces at the 44, and Michigan City will down it there. So after they punted it inside the 5, it got called back for a false start. That time, a low snap. Alvaro Serrano dropped it, picked it up, could not get a good punt. That is a field flip of 39 yards right there.
Yeah, and that's absolutely massive for a LaPorte team that has struggled a little bit on offense, that Michigan City keeps putting themselves in positions that they can't come back from.
And they're lucky that wasn't blocked, too. So LaPorte is set up with 1st and 10 from the 44. They send Matsky in motion. They fake it to him, but it's Raymond. Stretch run to the left, and he is swarmed. A tackle for loss. LaPorte has yet to even cross the line of scrimmage in this third quarter. It was Michigan City who's had the ball for the majority of this quarter, sort of a role reversal from the first half. And one thing that has stayed the same is some costly penalties for Michigan City.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you're LaPorte, obviously you want your offense to be moving the ball a little bit better. But at this point, every minute that 7-0 score stays exactly where it is, that's a win for you.
2nd and 11 from the 43. Pennzoil gets the snap, hands Raymond straight up the middle, and he's through to the second level, spins off a tackle, gets a push from his line near the end of that run. He is a gain of 10 up to the 47. He's a yard short of the first, but a solid run from Raymond. That's really the first time we've seen him with room to run since that first quarter.
Absolutely. Michigan City's really keyed in on stopping him. I just think watching the strength and the power that he runs with is really remarkable to watch.
So LaPorte up across the 50 into Michigan City territory, 3rd and 1. Pennzoil in the shotgun with Raymond to his right. They send a tight end in motion to the left side. Raymond gets it, running left side, has a hole, and he's through across the 45 with a first down. Dane Ferguson, the tight end, motion to the left side of that line, and he set his running back up with a big block. First down, Slicers. And with 1:27 to go in the third quarter, if LaPorte could score here, even a field goal could feel like a knockout punch with the way Michigan City's been playing offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of game left, but the way this LaPorte defense is playing and some of the penalties that Michigan City is having throughout this game, it's hard to imagine them putting together a couple scoring drives
First
here.
and 10 for the 42. Raymond lowers the shoulder. He's tackled after a gain of 2 up to the 40 is where he stopped. Under 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 7-0 the lead for the LaPorte Slicers. I'll tell you, this crowd has been on the edge of their seat the entire night, and they are ready to explode. Should Michigan City, or should LaPorte win this one? Maybe a potential field storming moment, who knows?
Yeah, you'd have to imagine if there's a field storming moment for LaPorte this season, homecoming win against your rival, that would call for it.
2nd and 8. Only one receiver, Matsky, to the right side. Raymond is the running back. And they give it. Raymond loses the ball on the snap. There's a big scrub for it. Michigan City says they have it. We'll see who's at the bottom of the pile with it. And it is Michigan City. Reed Raymond did not get a clean handle on the snap, fumbled it, and the Wolves will take over from the 41-yard line.
And that's a critical error for LaPorte there. You've been controlling this game, and you've done a great job stopping Michigan City, but now you're handing the ball to them around midfield again. You'd have to think eventually they're going to make one of these drives pay off.
20 seconds to go. Michigan City set up at the 41. And it's only going to take one drive for them to tie this one up. LaPorte, that's only their first turnover of the game. LaPorte winning the turnover battle 2-1, courtesy of the 2 interceptions from Dawson Shreve. 4 wide for Michigan City. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Hart gets the snap. Play action. Throws to the sidelines. In and out of the hands of McKinney. He tried to relocate it on the other side of him, but could not find it. Ball falls harmlessly out of bounds with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Abram Lopez with some tight coverage there. He has been he's another candidate for in a post-game award, maybe that Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game with the way he has bracketed McKinney today. Hart gets the snap on 2nd and 10. Stretch run, Thurman looking to get to the outside. He finds a lane around the corner, up across the 50, near the first down. He needed the 49 to get the first, and it looks like he has it. First down, Michigan City. Thurman, clock will stop with 6.9 seconds to go in the third. We'll see if Michigan City tries to run one more play. They will not. They will take this one to the third quarter, to the end of the third quarter. Put your 4s up, folks. It's time for the fourth quarter here from LaPorte High School. The Slicers knocking on the door of what would be the biggest upset in the region this year. They're 12 minutes away, but Michigan City's driving. We'll have coverage next to, but listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Fourth quarter set to start from LaPorte High School. 7-0 the lead for the hometown Slicers. Quick throw, Tristan Hart, outside screen pass to Zaire McKinney. Catch and run, he's up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 7. 7-0 the lead for the LaPorte Slicers. This is the biggest game in LaPorte County every single year, a massive rivalry between Michigan City and LaPorte. LaPorte's sitting at 2-5, but if they can knock off their 7th-ranked rivals, it would be the only win they need to fulfill their season. Stretch run to Marion Evans through to the left side for Michigan City. He's across the 39 with a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Some nice blocking there by the left side of that line. Jeremiah Jones and Silas Bradford able to push to the second level, give their running back space. 11:24 to go in the game. 1st and 10 Michigan City from the 37 left hash. Hart in the shotgun, gets the snap. Another screen pass, McKinney. Same play, same result. A nice catch and run of 7 along the sidelines. I'll tell you, Zaire McKinney is one of the biggest deep threat receivers in the region. He averages 21.6 yards per catch coming into this game, but he's only had that one big catch in that second quarter, about a 40-yard gain from the 10 to midfield. Other than that, he's been used in the screen game, a slant or an out here or there. He hasn't had that big gaping touchdown catch he seems to have every week.
Yeah, and I think it's a credit to this LaPorte defense, to these LaPorte defenders, that they haven't even really targeted him on there.
2nd and 3, Thurman, stretch run to the left. He gets it, and he has room up the sidelines across the 20. A first down for the moment, but flags fly at the very end of that play. Right when Thurman ran out of bounds, a late flag came in from the back judge. We'll see what they call here. And it looks like it could be another hold against Michigan City, and that is what it's going to be. The Wolves are moving back. Joe, they've had well over 100 yards and penalties in this game. Multiple chances to score, but those 7 points for LaPorte have just been sticking on the scoreboard, and Michigan City cannot get off that 0.
Right, and I think if you look at it, they've moved the ball really well, and they keep getting themselves into these positions. But we're looking at potentially a 4th time here where they have almost guaranteed points taken off the board by a penalty, and it's really hard to win games that way.
So they gained 1 yard on the play. The hold came at the very end, so it's 2nd and 2 from the 29. And Michigan City is lined up with 5 guys to the left side of the formation. Hart gets the carry, cuts back to the right, now cuts middle. He's upended at the 25, but he has a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Joe, that was a very unique formation. They had 5 guys on the line and 5 guys to the left of the line, and they just told Tristan Hart, go get the first.
Absolutely, and I think because you have so much speed and so much explosiveness on the outside, that LaPorte's defenders have got to commit to that, and that leaves Tristan Hart plenty of room to run.
1st and 10 for the 25. Another off-tackle run. Thurman gets to the boundary. A nice solid carry up the sidelines across the 20. He's pushed out of bounds at the 18 with a gain of 7. And a lot of Jeremy Thurman on this drive for Michigan City has them knocking on the door of the end zone again. Into the red zone for the 3rd time today. But they've yet to put a single point on the board. 10:30 to go in the game. Still 7-0 LaPorte. Can the Michigan City Wolves finally crack through on the road and tie this game up? Hart in the gun. Hands it Thurman. Running right. Cuts it back up middle. Evans! End zone touchdown, Michigan City. No flags. They finally subbed Demarion Evans in. He runs straight up the gut, a big hole made by his offensive line, and Michigan City an extra point away from tying this one up.
Excellent run there. We haven't seen a lot of Evans tonight, but he delivers on the biggest run of the game thus far for Michigan City.
And Michigan City is, I thought they were keeping the offense out. It looked like they were about to go for it, but Barnes, the kicker, is out there to try to add the extra point.
Yeah, and the way this one's going, they could hardly be blamed for wanting to go for it here. 1 point might be enough to make the difference in this one.
I'll tell you, my touchdown calls have been rusty today just because I haven't had to break them out at all. 6-7 at the moment. And Barnes, a big extra point. He missed a field goal wide to the left earlier. Snap down, kick up. Kick good. 7-7 at long last. The Michigan City Wolves have drawn even. Will LaPorte have a response? Find out next. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
At long last, the Michigan City Wolves have tied things up from LaPorte High School at 7-7. They cash in on a costly turnover for LaPorte. They were driving up across the 40 before Reed Raymond fumbled the handoff from his quarterback, Aiden Pennzoil. Gave it back to the Wolves, and for the first time, they cashed it in with a touchdown. 7-7 with 10:30 to go in the game alongside Joe Hedrich. My name is Quincy Bell. Joe, this has been an ugly one, but a fun one.
Absolutely. This has been one of the more fun games we've covered this year, and I think part of that's just the intensity that both teams have come out with.
And so from the last touchdown, Michigan City was called with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So instead of kicking off from the 40, they're kicking off from the 25. So LaPorte has an opportunity for a nice return and to be set up with some good field position. Barnes will kick it away. Reed Raymond and Joe Meyer back to return for LaPorte. Kick is away. End over end kick is caught by Meyer at the 30 on the run. Joe Meyer cuts to the middle of the field, looking to the outside. He is dragged down at the 38. That's a really good tackle by Mikel Laurent for Michigan City. He's a receiver, but also one of the gunners on the kickoff unit, and is able to drag down the returner for what could have been a big return. 10:22 to go in the game, 7-7. Both teams have only scored once here from LaPorte High School. The Battle of Johnson Road has been a defensive slugfest. LaPorte takes over at the 38 for 1st and 10. Pennzoil in the shotgun as running back Reed Raymond is to his right. Fumbling the snap, and it's picked up. Again, LaPorte with a costly fumble. Ball got set down at the turf. Bryce Jones able to cover it up for LaPorte, but they have moved back 4 yards.
Yeah, and in the first half we saw Michigan City making all these costly mistakes in critical moments, and while they've still had some issues with that, we're really starting to see LaPorte kind of get the nerves in there maybe a little bit too.
Under 10 minutes to go in the game. 2nd and 14 for LaPorte from the 34-yard line. Reed Raymond is taking this snap out of the Wildcat for LaPorte. Raymond gets it. He rolls out, looking to get to the outside. He's in trouble, and he's upended at the 30. Another loss of 4. LaPorte trying to get creative. They haven't scored since their first drive of the game. They put their big, powerful running back as the snap receiver, but he couldn't get to the outside there, and LaPorte is way behind the chains for 3rd and 18. So now they put Pennzoil back in the game. Joe, what do you make of them trying to use Raymond out of the Wildcat?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting way to try to get some juice into this offense. Obviously, when you can't pass it very much, you become kind of predictable. So you've got to find different ways to run it.
Pennzoil rolling out, throwing, middle, incomplete. No room for Jameer Blash, the slot receiver. Pennzoil threw it into the ground, and with 8:54 to go in the game, LaPorte will punt this one back to the Michigan City Wolves. This Michigan City sideline is fired up. Their defense just came up with a huge stand, -8 yards on that drive for LaPorte. 2 guys back to return for Michigan City, Devon Thomas and Zaire McKinney. Enrique Gonzalez, high snap, he jumps to catch it. It's almost blocked. Gonzalez gets it away at the last second. High kick, bounces at the 45, rolling to the 40 is where LaPorte will down it and where Michigan City will take over. We have flags back near the line of scrimmage of this play. Flag down on the far side of the field. This one might be going against LaPorte potentially for a hold. Joe, I don't know if you saw anything there.
I did not see a hold on that play.
Well, it looks like it is holding against Michigan City is the call. So they'll be backed up from the 40 to the 30. They'll have 70 yards to go with 8:41 to try to take the lead for the first time today.
And we know they can move the ball, so the idea that they can get down there is not necessarily crazy. I do think we have to start asking, can they get out of their own way? Obviously, we've seen mistakes all game, but even on a punt, you get a hold and you're backed up.
1st and 10, Michigan City from the 30-yard line. 8:40 to go in the game, 7-7. LaPorte scored on their first drive of the game. Michigan City scored on their first drive of the 4th quarter. Hart gets the snap, hands it on the sweep. Nick Stewart, the tiny, small slot receiver, looking for room along the sideline. Stewart has the longest catch of the game today for Michigan City, a 40-yard catch back in the 2nd quarter. Got from the 10 all the way up to midfield. They're giving him 5 yards on the sweep run. 2nd and 5 from the 35 upcoming. Stewart stands at just 5'7", 170, but he's quick. 4 wide for Michigan City, 2 on each side. Hard out of the gun. Hands it, Jeremy Thurman. Stretch run to the left. Following his blocks along the sidelines. He's out of bounds across the 40 with a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Jeremy Thurman has been a spectacular running back tonight, Joe. He has been moving the ball very quickly with his legs, and he's just been waiting for his blocks to form, and once they do, he's been hammering it through that hole.
Absolutely, in a game where Michigan City's had a lot of struggles, he's really been a bright spot for them.
1st and 10 for the 42, Thurman again. Same stretch run. This time LaPorte's on it. They get to the boundary, and they hammer the running back down for no gain. Jack Borelli, the outside linebacker, came through and stood up Thurman before the rest of his teammates came to drag him down. 7:45 to go in the game. And LaPorte looking for a big defensive stop to get the ball back into the hands of their offense. This sellout crowd has been very pleased with the way their Slicers have played. But the 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves with the ball back and the game tied, trying to steal this one late. 4 wide again for Michigan City. Hart looking to throw. Screen pass caught by McKinney on the outside. Juking, avoiding tackles, following his blocks up across the 50. A catch and run of 8. He's up to the 49. He's close to the first down marker. They're marking him a yard short. So Michigan City staying ahead of the chains, under 7 minutes to go in the game. We have the clock. The clock stopped for a moment for the officials to set the ball. Handoff, stretch run again. This time it's Demarion Evans. He's along the sidelines, and he's pushed out of bounds across the 40 with a Four Seasons Mechanical first down, and Michigan City is moving the ball effectively with these stretch runs to their speedy backs.
Yeah, it's another big run by Demarion Evans, and he's kind of been their change of pace, kind of their secondary back, but he's had a lot of big runs in this game. Obviously, the touchdown earlier, and then this run here. And while it's been a struggle a little bit at times, their running game has worked really well tonight.
7-7, 1st and 10, Michigan City for the 38. Evans again looking on the power run to the left, but this time LaPorte is able to stand him up and prevent him from getting to the second level. They're going to give him 1 on that carry. 2nd and 9 for the 37 upcoming. 6:30 to go in the game. Now they get Thurman back into the game. And Michigan City looks like they're determined to just keep this on the ground and control the ball. Hart gets the snap. Thurman straight up the middle, following his blocks to the second level. He's across the 45, pushed back at the 44. Excuse me, that's the 34 where he's dragged down. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd and medium upcoming for Michigan City. 3rd and 5 from the 33. Looks like somebody lost a shoulder pad in the chaos. Clock moving. 3rd and 5 from the 33. Hart in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's looking to throw. Steps up. Takes off and runs. He's tripped up at the last second, and he's just short of the first. Really close to Hart was really close to breaking that run. Joe, if he breaks off that tackle, he probably scores there.
Oh, absolutely. Plenty of green grass in front of him. Excellent tackle there to get him down and save some points. And I think that brings up a pretty interesting decision here for Michigan City. It looks like they're going to go for it.
5:15 and counting. 4th and 3 from the 31. It's Four Seasons Mechanical. 4 down territory. Mikel Lauren on the sweep. No, it's Hart keeping it. Straight up the gut. He dives. He's close. It depends on where they mark him down. And it looks like they're going to give it to him. First down, Michigan City up across the 30. I thought for sure they were going to give it to Lauren on that sweep, but Hart keeps it. Straight up the middle. I'll tell you, these play fakes for Michigan City don't make things easy on the play-by-play end. 1st and 10 for the 27. They send another man in motion. It's Hart keeping it again. Trying to get to the outside. He breaks the tackle, looking for the edge. Still on his feet. Dives up to the 20. A pretty impressive run from Hart. A gain of 7. And he's set up again for 2nd and short. Clock still moving. 4:27 to go in the game. 2nd and 3 from the 20. 4 wide, 2 on each side. We'll see if Michigan City tries to take a shot to the end zone here on 2nd and short. Game's tied at 7. 4 minutes to go. Hart throws to the boundary. Caught by McKinney on the screen. He gets a block. McKinney down the sidelines. He's loose. He's just pushed out of bounds at the very end of that play at the 6. 1st and goal upcoming for Michigan City.
Yeah, and that's another impressive play by Zaire McKinney. I think obviously we know him as kind of a deep ball guy, and that's what we're expecting, but they've kept him pretty bracketed on that end. But he's had a really impressive game just making these plays on these screens and just slowly accumulating yards.
1st and goal from the 10 is where they say McKinney stepped out. Thurman, off-tackle run, following his blocks along the left side. He has a gain of 6 up to the 4. Clock still moving, 3:50 to go in the game. 7-7. This has been a defensive war of attrition, but Michigan City is marching through the October night looking to cap off this drive with 6 and take the lead for the first time today. Ball's at the 4. Under 3:30 to go. 10 left on the play clock for Michigan City. They're still looking to the sidelines. 5 on the play clock. Hart in the gun, gets the snap, hit, keeps it. Hart, Tristan Hart stood up at the goal line. He's very close. Is he in? They're going to call him down at the 1. 3 minutes to go on the game clock moving. And I'll tell you, Jeremy Thurman should be lucky Tristan Hart kept that one because Lucas Marshall came in unblocked and hammered him, but he didn't have the ball. 2:40 to go. 3rd and goal from the 1. LaPorte needs a push on their defensive line. The Michigan City side of the stadium starting to make some noise. 2:25 to go in the game. Play clock winding down. Michigan City will call timeout. We'll keep it here for 3rd and goal from the 1. Is it, Joe? Is this a spot where you bring Fields in?
I think you've got to consider it. I also think the opportunity of running an option with him and Tristan Hart makes a decent amount of sense. Hart's ran the ball really well on this drive.
7-7. This LaPorte Slicer crowd has been completely deflated. They led for all 3 quarters to start this game. Michigan City tied things up at the start of the 4th, and some miscues and mistakes from LaPorte see them in danger of losing this lead, or being behind for the first time today.
Right, and I think if you came into this game and you said, okay, we're going to hold them to 0 through the first 3 quarters, and we're going to dominate time of possession, we're going to do all that, you'd expect that, okay, going into the 4th quarter, the end of the 4th quarter here, you're up by a decent chunk, and, it's a tie game here, and that just goes to show how explosive this Michigan City offense can be at times. And
3rd and goal from the 1. 2 running backs to either side of Tristan Hart. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Ball at the left hash. Hart gets the snap, hands it Thurman, follows his blocks, and he's in standing. Touchdown, Michigan City. They take the lead for the first time today, up 13-7. They have silenced this Slicer crowd. This LaPorte crowd is stunned as Michigan City has marched down with 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
Then there wasn't anything too flashy on that run. It was just a run up the middle. But it's just a culmination of doing all the little things right all drive.
Charlie Barnes on to add the extra point. Line drive kick, and he'll do just that. 14-7, the lead for Michigan City. We'll step aside for a moment. Does LaPorte have the answer? Find out next by listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business.
14-7, Michigan City leads LaPorte on homecoming night. Michigan City had no points coming into this 4th quarter, but 2 touchdowns. See them with the lead by 7 with 2:20 to go in the game. That last drive capped off with a 1-yard Jeremy Thurman touchdown run. And LaPorte, who hasn't scored since their first drive of the game, has to do something here to try to extend this one. The number 7th ranked team in the region has come back and stunned the home crowd. Kick is away from Charlie Barnes. Reed Raymond backpedals, catches it at the 6. Does he have an electric return in him? He's up across the 20, dives forward to the 25. Flags are down. There's some pushing and shoving at the very end of that play. Carlos Calderon got tied up with Desmond Howard. Some pushing and shoving, and if this is against either just LaPorte or just Michigan City, that could be a big penalty either way. But this might just be offsetting penalties. Both guys were tangled up and went to the ground. The penalty is being discussed by our officiating crew. It's going to be holding against LaPorte and a face mask against LaPorte and a face mask against Michigan City. So dueling face masks from the unnecessary roughness. Now, I'm not sure if all of that offsets or if they're going to enforce the 10 for LaPorte on the hold. And it looks like they're just re-kicking this one, Joe. We'll see. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like they're re-kicking this one. All right, so Michigan City will re-kick this one from the 40. 14-7, the lead for the Michigan City Wolves, looking to escape with a win on the road against their rivals LaPorte. But the Slicers will see if they have a response. Barnes kicks it away. End-over-end kick is short. It bounces at the 15. Raymond bobbles it, picks it up at the 10. Reed Raymond looking for room. Trudges off a tackle. He's taken down at the 20, and we have more flags coming in at the very end of that play. Joe, this has been a major flag fest today.
Absolutely. It's been both sides, too.
It looks like we're going to get a block in the back or a hold on LaPorte. Nonetheless, they're moving the Slicers back. First and 10, LaPorte. First and 10, LaPorte. They're moving them back. This officiating crew didn't know where they wanted to spot the ball. They're spotting it at the 9. First and 10, LaPorte from the 9. They need 91 yards in 2 minutes and 6 seconds to try to tie this game up in the waning moments. 4 wide for LaPorte, 3 on the left side. Pennzoil back to throw, steps up. He takes off, but he has nowhere to go. Michigan City rallies to the quarterback before he can break free. They'll give Pennzoil a gain of 1 on that play up to the 10. And it looks like LaPorte will use one of their 3 timeouts. Joe, this 91 yards might seem like a country mile for LaPorte. Other than that first drive of the game, they've had nowhere to go on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel where this passing game has gone tonight, you don't have any real rhythm. You haven't really built anything in there, so you don't really know who you're going to in these moments. And you're going to need not just 1, but probably 2 or 3 big chunk plays if you want to get downfield here.
Minute 55 to go. We'll see what the Slicers have up the bag of tricks. And it only takes 1 big play and a broken tackle to potentially bring them all the way. 4 wide, 3 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Pennzoil will take the snap out of the shotgun with Raymond to his right. Michigan City brings 5. Raymond on the ground, and he's tackled for a loss. That run is blown up back to the 7-yard line. Michigan City, this front has been absolutely ferocious, and it's 3rd and 14. LaPorte needs to hurry. Minute 35 to go. Pennzoil back to throw from his own end zone. Steps up deep down the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Out of the reach of Blash, and it's 4th and long for LaPorte. Michigan City, 1 play, 1 stop away from stealing this game on the road when it looked like LaPorte was in control all game. 4th and 14 They need something across the 20, and they're at the 6. 4 wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Raymond in the backfield with Pennzoil. Michigan City showing pressure. They break 5. Pennzoil in his own end zone, rolling out, and he's taken down for a safety.
No, they didn't give it to him.
They're not. Pennzoil sacked. It looks like Pennzoil was just out of the end zone. No safety on the play, but Michigan City is set up at the half-yard line. And that should do it.
Excellent stop there by the Michigan City defense. They understood what they had to get done on that play, and they got it done.
Looks like we have whistles and a timeout call by Michigan City. We'll step away. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantail.com or download our app today.
We're back.
Michigan City set up at the 1-yard line after Aiden Pennzoil was taken down for a sack. He barely got out of his own end zone. And we'll see if Michigan City tries to punch this one in. 1:23 to go in the game. The LaPorte fans are starting to file out of this one. Hart is in the gun. He gets it. He hands it. Evans knifes up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Michigan City. After no touchdowns in the first 3 quarters, the Wolves have found the end zone 3 times in the final frame. Michigan City has put the mask on, and they have completed a robbery of this game, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. They had their mistakes. It was not perfect, but they came in. They figured out what they had to do in this fourth quarter to adjust and win the game, and they're going to walk away with the win.
Barnes' extra point is good, 21-7 with a minute 17. Oh, he missed it. He missed it to the left. So it's just 20-7, the lead for Michigan City.
They just wanted to throw off my 21-7, right?
We'll step aside for a moment. You've been listening to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
You're back.
Minute 17 to go in this one. 21-7 the lead for Michigan City. Joe, what has changed for the Wolves in this fourth quarter?
Well, I think they've played a lot more mistake-free football, and some mistakes on behalf of the Slicers have set them up in good position. But they've really just kind of gotten out of their own way. I mentioned in the one drive they did the little things right.
Kick is away from Barnes. Fair caught by LaPorte at the 26. Dawson Shreve makes the fair catch, and he was magnificent at this one. Had 2 interceptions earlier in the game for LaPorte. Kept them in this one in the first half. Was one of the big reasons Michigan City was scoreless in the first 3 quarters, but it's all come crashing down for LaPorte. They will move to 2-6 on the year before they take on Portage next week. Michigan City will move to 6-2, a big improvement from their 3-7 campaign last year. Pennzoil with the snap. He's looking to throw. Has time. Steps up deep. Down the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Threw that one into double coverage. Thomas all over that one defensively for Michigan City. But Michigan City, they've been sort of alternating winning records every other year. 2020, they went 4-3. 2021, they went 9-4, made it all the way to semi-state, but then followed that up with a 2-8 season in 2022. Went 6-5 in 2023, 3-7 in 2024, but I'll tell you, their fans should be very happy with the way they played this year. They're going to move to 6-2, and they're a threat, I feel like, in the 5A section of the playoffs that are coming up shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at their sectional; it's very winnable.
Pennzoil deep, and he's picked off. Intercepted by Mikel Laurent, and that will wrap things up. Michigan City steals the win at LaPorte, and they can head home north with a rivalry game W.
Yeah, and this one feels great. Obviously, it was messy a lot of this game. They had to come back. They had to take the win at the end. But it was a great effort in the fourth quarter, and there's a lot to feel good about.
A couple knees from Trinidad Hart will sew this one up. And LaPorte can't help but feel just deflated after this game. They were really close to a win, had the lead going into the fourth quarter, but just couldn't capitalize on it. Michigan City, a team with a ton of talent, and the sectional pairings, I believe, will be released Sunday. And I'd imagine Michigan City, LaPorte will be in their sectional, as well as, I believe, Valpo and Chesterton, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Winner of that sectional will play the winner of the one with both Hammond Schools, Munster, and Maryville, so most likely Maryville, but I'll tell you, if Michigan City can take down a Valpo or a Chesterton or a LaPorte again, if they can get another shot at Maryville, I know they want that second shot at Maryville because Maryville beat them 44-7 on their home turf. I'm sure this Wolf team would love a second shot at the Pirates. One more knee up coming for Trinidad Hart before this one is officially over. 28 seconds on the clock. Hart takes the knee. And that will do it. Final score 20-7. The Michigan City Wolves will escape with a win in this one. It's time to name some post-game awards. First of which, the Carl Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Joe, we have a few candidates to pick between Michigan City. I mean, there were a couple guys that really sort of helped them near the end of that game. Thurman had a lot of strong carries on the ground, got the touchdown, which gave them the lead. I'm leaning his way, unless you want to differ.
No, I absolutely agree with that. There are a number of guys you could give it to. You could have considered Evans or Hart, but Thurman was their main guy all night, and especially on that last drive. He took over, he got him in the end zone, and ultimately got them the win.
Jeremy Thurman, enjoy it. You're all Carl Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Carl Company's have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. They are the insurance professionals, proud to recognize superheroes on the football field. Next of which will be the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Who was working hard out there, Joe?
I think in this one of the big guys I'm looking at is Dawson Shreve. Obviously, the team doesn't come away with the win, but he has those two massive interceptions that keep LaPorte in this game early. And there was a decent chunk of this game that we thought LaPorte might be walking out of here with the win, and that was the biggest reason why.
Yeah, two big picks. He was playing very strong over the top all game. Dawson Shreve, you're our blue-collar player of the game. Remember why you learn with the Boilermakers Local 374 apprenticeship program. Lastly, the Proud Union Home play of the game. We have a couple options. I mean, there wasn't really one big play on that drive for Michigan City, which gave them the lead. They kind of just marched it down with 5-yard run, 5-yard run, 5-yard run. I don't know if you have a favorite play from this one, Joe.
I will say on that last drive, I really liked the fourth down conversion. The touchdown at the end was really well designed. We thought it had gone to like 3 different guys before we figured out it was given to Thurman. And I think obviously that's the touchdown that gives them the lead. Brilliantly designed, it gets them in. I think that's probably the call. That Thurman touchdown.
Touchdown run?
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a good one to give it to you. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. We'd like to thank everyone who helped make this broadcast possible. Our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our sales manager, Heather Ames, our coordinating producer, Zach Miller, and our sports director, Mike DeWan. Thank you, Joe, for doing the producing as well as the color commentating in this one. A special thanks to the coaches, Michigan City's Cody French and LaPorte's Austin Epple. The athletic directors, Michigan City's Ben Bachman and LaPorte's Steve Santana. And for all of you watching on Facebook, YouTube, and regionsports.com, as well as the IHSAA Champions Network, thank you for listening. You've been listening to the only game in town. I don't know why it was so bad.